Hello, and welcome to the Branding for Entertainers podcast. I'm Dave Taskmas, and I'm excited to be here today alongside Olivia Potter to co-host this season of the podcast.
Hi, everyone. I'm Olivia. We appreciate you tuning in and are looking forward to discussing some important topics in the entertainment industry today.
As you may have noticed, Billy Diamond is not hosting the episode due to increasing commitments. He has asked us to step in to ensure the show continues to deliver the high-quality content you've come to expect.
The content and direction of the show are still being driven by our team, including Billy, who continues to write and shape the episodes. We're here to bring you the same insightful discussions and valuable information you're used to.
So, let's dive right in. Today's topic is Billy's 1-5-10 rule for your show business career, and we have some interesting points to cover. We're also excited to share our perspectives and engage in a meaningful conversation.
And as always, we welcome your feedback and questions. Let's get started.
Step on the stage and let your light beam. Branding for entertainers, make your mark clear. With every performance, draw the fans near. Boosting your bookings, rising above. Transforming perception is what we love. So come on now, let's elevate your brand. The world is waiting, take my hand.
Welcome to Season 4 of the Branding for Entertainers podcast.
We're diving into the 1-5-10 rule today.
Ooh, yeah.
A guide by industry veteran Billy Diamond.
That's right. It's like a cheat sheet for standing out from the crowd, booking those awesome gigs, and earning what you're worth.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
40 years in the business, from touring magician to get this prop design for some major productions.
Yeah.
Billy's seen it all.
He has.
So this rule, this 1-5-10 rule, it sounds kind of mysterious.
It does, doesn't it?
What's the secret sauce?
Well, it's all about crafting a brand identity.
Okay.
A brand identity that truly captures your essence as an entertainer.
Got it.
And it goes way beyond just, being talented. It's about visual branding,
Right.
verbal branding, and virtual branding.
Oh.
It's the total package.
A trifecta.
Exactly. We want you to be so memorable that booking agents, fans, everybody, they can't help but think of you when they need what you offer.
So it's not just about being good.
No.
It's about being unforgettable.
Yeah.
Love it.
It is. It is.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Sure.
Starting with the one. What's that all about?
The one. That's all about visual branding.
Okay.
Picture this. You're at a talent showcase, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've got just a few seconds to make an impression.
What's going to grab their attention first?
Your look.
Boom. Your visual branding.
Make sense?
Think Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah.
Instantly recognizable.
For sure.
Right? Bold, unique, unforgettable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or think about your favorite superhero.
Okay.
Their costume.
It instantly tells you what they're about.
It does.
Before they even say a word. You can do the same thing.
With your brand.
So it's like a visual shorthand for who you are and what you do.
Exactly. It's everything. Your stage presence.
Your attire, your logo, colors, fonts, even the imagery you use.
Wow.
It all needs to work together.
To create a cohesive look.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
But it's not just about looks, right?
Nope.
You can't just look the part.
You got to sound the part too.
You got it.
Which brings us to the 5.
Yes.
The 5 is all about verbal branding.
Okay.
This is where you craft 5 key messages that capture the very essence of your brand. This isn't about like a long-winded bio, you know?
Right.
It's short, punchy statements
that
communicate who you are
I like it.
and what you're all about.
Okay, lay it on me.
Okay.
What are these magical 5 messages?
So, first up is your unique value proposition.
Unique value proposition.
Yeah, this is what makes you stand out.
From every other entertainer out there,
Right.
What special skills?
Talents, experiences do you bring to the table? What's your unique selling point?
So, like, if I'm a comedian, my unique value proposition might be...
That I specialize in, clean, family-friendly humor.
Bingo. You got it.
Perfect.
All right, next up, your brand story, or your origin story.
How did you get started in this crazy world of entertainment?
Right.
What's your background? What inspires you? People connect with stories.
They do.
So weave your story into your brand.
I love that.
People want to know the person behind the performance.
Absolutely.
Okay, 2 down, 3 to go.
All right.
What's next?
Now think about your performance style or genre.
Right.
What kind of entertainment do you specialize in?
Okay.
What's your signature act? Your style? Make it crystal clear what people can expect
From your performance.
So if I'm, let's say, a jazz musician, My verbal branding
Yeah.
should make it super clear.
The people are in for a night of, like, smooth, soulful sounds.
Right.
Not headbanging rock, You gotta
Exactly.
set those expectations.
All right, what about number 4?
All right, number 4, your target audience.
Okay.
Who are you trying to reach with your act? What kind of people?
Would enjoy your show the most?
Gotcha.
Be specific here.
Right. Got to attract the right crowd.
The people who will truly appreciate what you do.
You got it.
All right, we're on the last one.
What's the final message?
This one's all about your achievements,
Okay.
your professional accolades,
What have you accomplished in your career so far?
awards, recognition, testimonials from happy clients.
Ooh, yeah.
Showcase those wins.
Build credibility and trust.
Right, like those movie trailers that highlight all the positive reviews. 2 thumbs up.
Exactly.
Love it. So we've got these 5 key messages.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do with them?
Okay, so you're going to weave these messages
Into everything.
everything.
Everything. Your website, copy,
Right.
social media posts, introductions.
Even those casual conversations you have
Right.
with industry folks at events,
Makes sense?
they should become second nature.
Like a mantra for your brand.
It's all starting to click now.
But hold on, we've only covered the 1 and the 5. What about the 10?
Yeah, yes, the 10.
That brings us to the digital world. In today's world,
A strong online presence is non-negotiable
I hear
for
that.
entertainers.
For sure.
That's where the 10 comes in.
Virtual branding.
Okay, this is getting interesting.
It is.
We're going to need like a whole other deep dive
Yeah,
just for the 10 part of this rule.
for sure. Oh, absolutely. The 10 is a whole world unto itself. It's all about establishing a presence on at least 10 digital touchpoints.
10 touch points. That sounds like a lot to keep up with.
It might sound daunting at first, but think of it like creating a digital ecosystem for your brand.
Okay.
Each touch point works together to create a complete and engaging experience online for fans and potential clients.
All right, I'm ready to dive into this digital ecosystem. What are some of these touch points?
Well, you've got the obvious ones. Your website,
Of course.
your social media profiles, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whichever ones your target audience is using,
Right.
and an email list. Got to stay connected with your fans.
Those are must-haves these days for sure.
Yep.
What else?
Then we get into some really strategic touch points.
Okay.
Think about having like an online press kit.
Oh, interesting.
Makes it easy for journalists and event organizers to find all your info, your bio, photos, videos, testimonials, the whole 9 yards.
That's smart.
Huh?
Having all that info readily available and, in a professional package.
Right.
That can make a big difference when somebody's considering booking you.
Huge difference. And speaking of making a difference, imagine offering personalized audio or video messages.
Wait, hold up. Personalized messages.
Yeah.
That's brilliance. It's
Well-
like next level fan interaction.
It is. It's a fantastic way to show appreciation, build those personal connections, create a really memorable experience. Think about it.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to get a birthday shout out from your favorite comedian? Or like a personalized thank you message from a musician after you went to their concert?
Man, I'm already brainstorming ideas for my own personalized messages.
Mm.
This is pure gold. What other digital touch points should we be thinking about?
Let's not forget about those all-important testimonials.
Right.
Share those glowing reviews from your happy clients and fans on your website, on your social media. Remember, social proof is super powerful.
It's like having a chorus of satisfied customers singing your praises.
Mm.
Okay, this is making sense now, but managing 10 different touch points?
Mm.
That sounds like a lot of work. Is it really worth the effort?
Absolutely. Remember those risks we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
getting lost in the crowd, missing out on opportunities, appearing unprofessional.
Yeah.
The 10 part of the 1-5-10 rule, it's your insurance policy against those risks.
So by building a strong online presence, I'm not just connecting with fans, I'm actually increasing my chances of getting booked and building a career that lasts.
Exactly. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Billy Diamond actually suggests using your virtual branding to generate passive income.
Passive income, now you're talking my language.
Right.
Everyone loves the idea of making money while they sleep.
Uh-huh.
How do we do it?
Think about selling merchandise online.
Oh.
T-shirts, hats, posters with your logo or your catchphrase, anything that aligns with your brand, anything that your fans would love.
I love it. It's like having walking, talking billboards for your act. What other passive income ideas does he have?
He talks about offering online lessons or workshops.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Imagine creating a series of videos teaching aspiring musicians how to play your signature guitar riff, or a course for actors on how to nail a comedic audition.
That's brilliant. You're not just generating income, you're sharing your expertise. You're helping others pursue their dreams.
You got it. And it's a win-win.
It is.
They get valuable knowledge and insights, and you connect with your fans on a deeper level. Create a lasting legacy.
Okay, I am officially on board with this passive income idea. What else are we overlooking here? What other digital gold mines?
Well, have you considered virtual ticketed shows?
Sure, a lot of magicians and even musicians did that during the pandemic, but I thought all of that's over since they're back to doing live shows again.
Nope. In fact, it doesn't even have to be a live show. While a live show is great and the best experience for an audience, you can sell a pre-recorded virtual show to those who may not necessarily be able to afford to have you, or when it creates booking date conflicts. People can purchase tickets to attend virtually. If you are doing a live virtual show, you can even have a live chat feature,
Oh, cool.
Interact with your audience in real time.
That's a game changer. So I'm no longer limited by geography or venue capacity.
Yeah,
I could be performing for people all over the world from, like, my living room.
exactly. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic way to expand your reach, connect with a wider audience, and generate income.
This 1-5-10 rule is really starting to feel like a blueprint for building a lasting career in this business. It's not just about the next gig. It's about building a brand that can really, withstand those ups and downs that we all go through in this industry. But let's be real for a sec. All this sounds great in theory, but are there any downsides or challenges that entertainers might run into when they're trying to actually put this into practice?
That's a great question. No strategy is without its challenges. So yeah, let's dive into some of the potential hurdles.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What are some of those things that might trip up entertainers as they're trying to put this 1-5-10 rule into action?
Well, one challenge is simply the time and effort it takes
Yeah.
to develop and maintain a strong brand.
Time commitment is definitely a big one.
It is.
It's not a one-time project.
Yeah.
Building a brand,
Nope.
it's an ongoing process. It needs consistent attention.
It does. It's about making branding a part of your daily routine.
Right.
Scheduling time to create content, engaging with your fans, updating those online platforms. It's not something you can just set and forget.
So it requires a shift in mindset. You're viewing branding as an investment in your career,
Exactly.
not just another thing on your to-do list.
It's about making it a priority, dedicating the time and resources. Another potential challenge is finding that balance,
Okay.
between staying true to yourself, your authentic self, and also appealing to your target audience.
The age-old struggle of balancing artistic integrity with, commercial viability.
Yeah.
How do you walk that tightrope?
It's all about identifying your core values, those
Yeah.
non-negotiables, the things that
Right.
make you you, that you're not willing to compromise on,
Right.
and then finding creative ways to express those values in a way that really resonates with your audience.
So it's not about selling out. It's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where your authentic self aligns with what your audience wants and needs.
You got it. It's about being true to yourself, but also being mindful of the market you're trying to reach. And then, of course, there's the ever-present challenge of staying ahead of the curve in the digital world.
Oh, the digital world.
Right.
It's constantly changing. It can feel like a whirlwind. Any tips for keeping up with the latest trends in tech without getting totally overwhelmed?
Be a lifelong learner.
Okay.
Stay curious, explore those new platforms, see what other successful entertainers are doing online. Don't be afraid to experiment.
Right.
Try new things. See what works best for you and your audience.
It's about embracing that evolution, seeing it as an opportunity, not a burden.
You got it. And remember, comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh, man. That's so true.
Don't get caught up comparing yourself to others and feeling like you're not doing enough or you're not good enough.
Oh, it's so easy to fall into that trap, especially with social media. Everybody's showcasing their highlight reel.
It's true, but remember, everyone's journey is different.
Yeah.
Focus on your own progress, celebrate your wins, and don't let comparison steal your joy or, derail your progress.
That is such valuable advice. So we've talked about the time commitment, the challenge of staying authentic, the ever-changing digital landscape. And I think, we touched on this a little bit, but this idea of putting yourself out there can be scary, especially in this industry, right?
It can.
Which can be, pretty judgmental at times. It
Right.
takes a lot of courage to share your work, your story, and your personality with the world.
It does. Focus on your why. Why are you doing this? What impact do you want to make? Having a clear purpose.
Yeah,
That can be so powerful.
right. It's like having a guiding star.
Yeah.
Keeps you on track when those doubts start creeping in.
And surround yourself with a supportive community.
Yes.
People who believe in you and your vision, or, fellow entertainers, mentors, friends, family. Having that cheer squad, that can make all the difference.
It's like having a team of co-pilots,
It is.
navigating the ups and downs of this crazy industry together.
You got it. And don't forget about self-care.
Oh, that's so important.
Building a brand can be demanding, so make sure you're taking time for yourself, doing things you enjoy, recharging those batteries.
Self-care is essential. You can't pour from an empty cup.
You can't. It's like putting on your own oxygen mask first before assisting others.
Okay, so we've covered some major challenges here. The time commitment, staying true to yourself, the ever-changing digital landscape, putting yourself out there, and that all-important self-care. What's the bottom line here? How can entertainers actually overcome these challenges and successfully use this 1-5-10 rule?
It all comes down to mindset.
Okay.
Embrace the journey, celebrate those wins, learn from the setbacks, and never stop learning and growing.
So see those challenges not as roadblocks, but as like opportunities for growth
Exactly.
and learning.
You got it. And remember, you don't have to do it alone.
Right.
Ask for help, hire a coach, join a mastermind group, connect with other entertainers who are on a similar journey.
Having a support system, it makes a world of difference.
And it does.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired. I'm ready to tackle this 1-5-10 rule head on. And I do think that this is a good place to mention that if you need some guidance, Billy is a great resource to help you develop a plan of action and work toward a brand strategy that makes sense for you and where you're at in your entertainment journey. We'll have some details about how to go about that at the close of this episode. But in the meantime, Olivia, what are some practical steps that people can take right now to get started?
All right, first things first, self-reflection. Take some time to really think about your unique strengths, your values, your goals. What makes you you as an entertainer? What do you want to achieve with your career?
So before we even think about logos and websites and social media, we need to get clear on that vision.
Yes.
Our why.
Your brand should be an extension of your authentic self, not some generic cookie-cutter persona.
Okay, so you've done the soul searching, you have a clear vision for your brand. Now what?
Now it's time to start translating that vision into tangible elements. Remember the 1-5-10 rule?
The superhero costume?
Yes. It's all about crafting a visual identity that represents who you are and what you do. Some practical tips for creating those eye-catching visuals. First, think about your target audience.
Yeah.
Who are you trying to reach with your brand? What kind of visuals would resonate with them?
Right.
A children's entertainer might use bright colors and playful fonts, while a heavy metal band might go for darker, edgier imagery.
So it's about creating a visual language
Yes.
that speaks to your brand's personality and style.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to get creative. But once you've established that visual branding, make sure it's consistent across all your platforms.
Right.
Your website, social media, promotional materials, even your stage presence.
So it's about creating a unified and memorable visual experience.
Yes,
That really strengthens that brand identity.
it does.
Okay, we tackled the 1. Now what about the 5?
Time to give your brand a voice.
Okay,
Remember those 5 key messages.
I do.
Your unique value proposition, your brand story, your performance style, your target audience, and those professional achievements.
Yep.
Those need to be woven into all your communication.
Yeah.
From your website copy to your social media posts, your elevator pitch, even your casual conversations.
So it's like creating a script for your brand, highlighting those key points you want to get across.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through. Your verbal branding should sound like you, not some generic corporate speak robot.
So it's not just about stating facts. It's about injecting your own personality, your passion, into your words.
Yes.
Okay, we've got the 1 and the 5 covered. Now let's dive into the 10, that all-important virtual branding. What are some, actionable steps that entertainers can take right now to build that killer online presence?
First, figure out which platforms your target audience uses. You don't have to be on every single one. Focus on the ones where your audience hangs out.
Okay.
And then create profiles that are visually appealing, informative, and engaging.
So quality over quantity.
Exactly. And tailor your content to the specific platform.
Right.
A post on Instagram might be more visual and playful.
Yeah.
While a post on LinkedIn might be more professional and industry focused.
So they're not just about being present, it's about being strategic with your content, with your approach.
You got it. And remember, it's not enough to just, create profiles and post occasionally. You need to be actively engaging with your audience, Respond to comments, respond to messages, run contests, find creative ways to spark conversations.
It's about building relationships, not just broadcasting messages.
Exactly. And don't forget that call to action. What do you want people to do after they engage with your content? Make it clear. Make it easy for them to take the next step.
So it's about guiding your audience towards those actions that will support your goals. This is fantastic advice, but, it can feel a bit overwhelming. Any final words of wisdom for those who are just starting out on this whole branding journey?
Don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah.
Try different types of content, different posting times, different engagement strategies. See what works best for you and your audience.
The digital world is a playground for creativity.
It is.
Don't be afraid to play, experiment, and have fun with it.
Exactly. And remember, building a brand is a journey,
Right.
not a destination. Embrace the process, be patient, and never stop learning and growing.
Okay, we're ready to wrap up our deep dive into the 1-5-10 rule.
Yeah.
We talked about visual branding, verbal branding, building a rock-solid online presence.
That's all important stuff.
But how do we bring it all together?
Right.
How can entertainers use this to create a legacy?
It's like we've gathered all the ingredients, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to bake that delicious brand cake.
I love that.
The 1-5-10 rule, it's more than just a checklist. It's a whole philosophy
Okay.
for building a career that's, both fulfilling and sustainable.
It's not about, chasing fleeting fame or trying to be the next viral sensation.
No.
It's about building something with real substance.
Yeah.
Something that lasts.
Absolutely. Think of it like you're building a house, not just putting up a tent.
I like that.
Your brand is that foundation
Gotcha.
that supports everything you do.
So how do we start building this brand house?
Well, we've laid the groundwork, right?
Mm-hmm.
We defined our visual and verbal branding. We explored those digital touch points.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's about consistency,
Okay.
applying those elements to everything you do.
So it's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
Yeah, exactly.
How do we stay on track?
Consistency is key. Just like a musician practices their scales
Right.
or an athlete trains their body, you've got to maintain and nurture your brand.
So it's a commitment.
Yeah.
What are some tips for staying consistent?
Well, schedule regular time each week to work on your brand.
Okay.
Maybe that's an hour every Monday morning.
To plan your social media or 30 minutes every evening to engage with your followers?
Yeah, having a schedule makes it feel less overwhelming.
It does.
Helps build those good habits.
Absolutely.
What else can we do?
Create a brand style guide.
Ooh, a style guide.
Yeah.
Outlines your visual and verbal branding.
Okay.
Your logo, colors, fonts, key messages,
Right.
even your tone of voice.
Makes sense.
That way, everything you create has a cohesive look and feel.
It's like having a blueprint to make sure everything stays consistent and on brand.
And remember, your brand is a living thing,
Yeah.
It evolves and grows just like you do.
Right.
So be open to refining your brand, trying new things, adjusting your approach.
We're not robots.
We're allowed to grow and change.
Exactly. And as your brand evolves, you got to consistently evaluate.
How's it working? Are you attracting the right audience?
Okay.
Are you getting the gigs you want? Are you making the impact you desire?
Those are the important questions.
If not, don't be afraid to make adjustments.
So being flexible is key.
Adapting to the industry.
And never forget the most important ingredient of all. Passion.
Ooh, passion.
Let your enthusiasm shine through
Yeah.
in everything you do.
Passion's contagious.
It is.
When you love what you do.
It shows. And it draws people in.
It does.
Building a brand, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right.
Right? There will be
Right.
challenges, setbacks, and moments of self-doubt.
Absolutely. But even the most successful entertainers, they've faced those same challenges.
That's comforting.
So be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Celebrate those wins. Learn from your mistakes. And never give up on your dreams.
This deep dive into the 1-5-10 rule has been so insightful.
It's given me a whole new perspective on building a brand
That's great to hear.
in this crazy world of entertainment.
Yeah, it's more than just a set of rules. It's a framework for success.
I like that.
And by understanding and applying these principles,
Entertainers can create a brand that not only gets them noticed.
what helps them build a career they love.
So to all you entertainers out there,
Embrace your uniqueness. Craft a brand that reflects you
Yeah.
and never stop shining.
thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
I'm Olivia.
And I'm Dave. And that's a wrap for today's episode of the Branding for Entertainers podcast. If you're feeling fired up about the 1-5-10 rule and want to dig deeper, I've got great news for you. Just head over to brandingforentertainers.com and hit the contact page. Shoot Billy a message with any questions you have about your brand, and here's the cool part. You'll get a real, personal response from him. No automated messages, no cookie-cutter replies. Just genuine, one-on-one guidance, because that's what branding is all about, building real relationships. Remember, your talent deserves a business that matches it. So, until next time, keep working on your show and your business, because that's how stars are made. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Branding for Entertainers podcast.
Thank you, everyone.
In the spotlight where dreams come alive, crafting your brand, it's how you thrive. Visuals that shine, words that inspire, building your image, taking you higher. It's more than just talent, it's what they perceive. Branding for entertainers, make your mark clear. With every performance, draw the fans near. Boosting your bookings, rising above, transforming perception is what we love. Every detail counts, it's part of the game. From colors to style, you'll carve out your name. Virtual presence matters, make it a show. Get ready to rise, let the whole world know. Step on the stage and let your light beam.